Well, Empire had the better ending. I mean, Luke gets his hand cut off, finds out Vader's his father, and Han gets frozen and taken away by Boba Fett. And that's on such a down note. I mean, that's all life is, just a series of down endings. All Jedi have is a bunch of Muppets.
You know, there was something else going on in Jedi. I could never figure it out until today. They built another Death Star, right? The first one was completed and fully operational before the Rebels destroyed it.
Luke blew it up, give credit where credit's due.
The second one was still being built when they blew it up.
Compliments of Randal Graves.
Something just never sat right with me that second time around. I could never put my finger on it, but something just wasn't right.
And you figured it out.
Well, the first Death Star was manned by the Imperial Army. The only people on board were stormtroopers, dignitaries, imperialists.
Basically.
So when they blew it up, no problem. Evil's punished.
And the second time around?
The second time around, it wasn't even done being built yet. It was still under construction.
So?
So, a construction job of that magnitude would require a hell of a lot more manpower than the Imperial Army had to offer. I bet they brought independent contractors in on that thing. Plumbers, aluminum siders, roofers.
Not just imperialists, is that what you're saying?
Exactly. In order to get it done quickly and quietly, they'd hire anybody who could do the job. Think the average stormtrooper knows how to install a toilet main? All they know is killing in white uniforms.
Alright, so they brought in contractors. Just why are you so upset at its destruction?
All those innocent contractors brought in to do the job were killed. Casualties of a war they had nothing to do with. Alright, look. You're a roofer. Some juicy government contract comes your way. You got the wife, kids, two-story in suburbia. Now this is a government contract, which means all sorts of benefits. Then in come these left-wing militants that blast everything within a 3-mile radius with their lasers. You didn't ask for that. You know personal politics. You're just trying to scrape out a living.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but what are you two talking about?
The ending of Return of the Jedi.
My friend here is trying to convince me that any contractors working on an uncompleted Death Star were innocent victims when it was destroyed by the rebels. Well, I'm a contractor myself. I'm a roofer, done and ready home improvements, and I can tell you that a roofer's politics comes in heavily when choosing jobs.
Like when?
3 weeks ago, I was offered a job up in the hills. Beautiful house, tons of property, a simple reshingling job. They told me that if I could finish it in 1 day, I'd double my price. Then I realized whose house it was.
Whose house was it?
Dominic Bambino's.
Babyface Bambino? The gangster?
The same. The money was right, but the risk was too high. I knew who he was, and based on that, I turned the job over to a friend of mine.
Based on personal politics.
Right, and the next week, the Foresi family put a hit on Babyface Bambino's house. My friend was shot dead. Didn't even finish reshingling.
No way.
I'm alive because I knew the risk involved. My friend wasn't so lucky. Any contractor working on that Death Star knew the risk involved, and if they got killed, it's their own fault. A roofer listens to this, not his wallet.